Okay, so once you set up your e-authentication account and you have activated it using the email that the help desk sent you, then you will use a link that we'll provide to take you over, and you can set up your initial Smart account.
Right. So when you click link to the Smart system, it will first take you
to this window, right?
To this window, you have to
log in. So you have to initially log in through e-authentication.
Correct. Here's actually what the Smart system looks like.
Yep.
As it is right now. As we understand, at this time today, the latest update is it's delayed, right? Originally, they were supposed to roll out October 1st. Was that correct?
Right.
Yeah. But today we got an email. It's basically going to be November 6th.
November 6th.
Right,
yes.
right.
So.
But we don't expect to see the interface to be all that different.
No, right? I think it's going to be most of the bugs that they're working out are kind of like back-end kind of things. So the entire front end, the entire interface that the users should be working with should look identical to this.
Correct. The best browser to use for this particular system is
Chrome.
Chrome, correct.
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome, and also Firefox works too. I think Safari is okay.
I've tested it out a couple of times on Safari. I mean, I haven't done anything too in-depth, but I'm pretty sure it seemed to work just fine doing what I was doing on it.
And we know the for actual Internet Explorer, it's
a little glitchy.
Yes, from time to time. But if you're the first-time user, you're going to have to register your account for the Smart system, and Megan's going to show you how to do that.
So I'm just setting up sort of like a dummy account here for Hawaii. So I'm just going to choose DOFA here.
All right.
And then organizational unit. It's a required field, but you're allowed to type whatever you want.
Exactly.
There,
as long as there's something in there.
Yeah. And we should note that both on the e-authentication setup and then also on the Smart setup, any field that has an asterisk by it must have data in it.
Right. You would know that, because if you don't type it in, it will not
let you know.
Continue. That's correct.
So for this particular user account, I'm going to set it up as a stewardship plan preparer.
Right. And this is actually important. Let's review this a little bit more. So there are different accounts with different level of access for Smart. We have the national administrator and the state administrator.
Right.
And then we have the plan approver, the preparer, and the browser.
Right.
And they have different access to the system, right? So the lowest level would be the browser. And the browser basically can only just log in there and look at the plans.
They can't make any edits or changes. All they can do is view, and they can only view actually active plans, right?
Good example, the landowners.
Landowners.
If they want to look at the plan that applies to the land, this would be the type of accounts. And for the plan preparer, a plan preparer is actually the person who actually goes in here typing all the information and do the hard work.
And creates all the timelines and assigns activities to different land areas
Correct. Because on the mainland, a lot of states actually hire private contractors to be the plan preparer.
Yep.
For most of our Pacific Island, they may not necessarily need all the different accounts.
Because you can assign one account to have multiple different roles.
Exactly. And if you want, the same person can actually apply for different multiple accounts with different level of access. If you want to do that same thing. So, so the plan approver is basically the person who reviews the plan and then check it out and approves it.
Yep.
And then you have this data administrator. This is a person kind of controls.
Right, who can have the different types of accounts within their within their state.
So a person from a state, when they applies for a Smart account, the application goes to the state
The
administrator.
state administrator, exactly.
Yes, the state administrator will receive an email and saying somebody's trying to apply for account for your state, and the administrator actually has the power to grant or deny,
Right, exactly.
or change whatever access they can give to that applicant. So you can see, you can check multiple boxes for, you can apply for multiple roles for the same account, and it's pretty flexible and interesting setup, but it could be a little bit confusing when at the operational level when it goes in there and trying to switch between different roles.
Right, right. And I think just what everybody should understand is that each state definitely needs an administrator, an approver, and a preparer, but that could all be one person.
That's correct.
So we just need to, make sure everybody understands that.
Yes.
Don't think that you have to assign accounts to a whole bunch of different people if it's not required, if you don't need to. So once you've selected the desired roles or the different types of roles that you want for this particular user, you're then going to come down here and you have to click on the rules of behavior. You must click on it. I'm going to show you. You can't just fill in the little checkbox there. You actually have to click on rules of behavior first.
Yep.
And
you're supposed to read it.
Yeah, you should read it all.
Yes, right.
And then you say, I agree to the rules of behavior, and it fills in your little check mark for you. And at that point, you can then register the account.
Okay, once you've done this, your application will again go to your state administrator, and the state administrator will approve.
Right.
And once you get approved, you can come back and log back in and do whatever your account is allowed to do. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And so there you have it. That's a smart account and how you register for your account.